So can you afford a Tesla? Probably something that you might have on your mind. So we're gonna break down in 3 simple steps from the upfront cost, the monthly cost, and the savings. And from there, at the end of the video, we're gonna tally up, can you afford a Tesla? Now, there are a lot of things that go into affording a Tesla. Now, only you know your exact budget, but Tesla's website makes it really easy. So we're gonna show you just real quick and then move on to some of the upfront cost. How to get a good estimate of your monthly payment if you are going for financing. And I want to remind you there are timestamps in the description as well as the best accessories on the Amazon storefront. So check that out if you are thinking about getting accessories, but you can skip around on the video if you've already heard parts of it or if you want to rewatch parts of the video. So here we are on the Tesla website. So I'm going to go ahead and click custom order. So this will show you the exact customization options you have. And again, we're not going to spend too much time on this, but let's give you the rear wheel drive example. That's what I have. So let's go ahead and plug this in for a base model Model 3. So can you afford a Tesla? If you just want to get into the rear wheel drive, again, that's what I have. You see some of the specs here, 5.80 to 60. Let's keep the white paint. Let's go ahead and upgrade the wheels just because that's what I did. So I'll tell you my monthly payment here in a second and you can compare. Black interior, great. Let's go to continue to payment. We're doing a loan. You put down the general $4,500. That's the standard amount. Now you can play around with that and you can see that your monthly payment is $687. Now the thing is that these prices have gone up considerably with the Model 3 rear wheel drive being near $9,000 to $10,000 more than what I paid for my Model 3 back in June of 2021. So with taxes and fees, what I paid was $41,000 and my monthly payment is $590. I did put down the $4,500 and chose the financing route. So again, my payment was $590. So obviously you can play around on the website. You can add features like a white interior or different exterior colors. You can go from the Model 3 to the Model Y, all those fun things, but let's move on to the upfront cost. Now this is something that we don't talk about enough. How much does it cost not only on a monthly basis? You can get a good idea on the website, and I gave you an example of what I'm paying, but what are some of the hidden, if you will, upfront costs that you might not have received quotes yet for? I'll tell you exactly what they are. So you're going to get 2 options. One is called a NEMA outlet and the other is called Tesla's wall connector. So the equipment for the actual plug, you can find at an appliance store for around $10. And if you're a professional electrician, again, professional, don't do this yourself. Don't mess with electrical. You can, in theory, install this yourself. But for most of us, we're gonna have to hire an electrician. So how much is it? That's what I went with, a NEMA outlet. How much is it all in with the labor and installation? So I did receive multiple quotes on this, and this was actually the lowest. Here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you can go on the Tesla website, plug in your zip code, and up will pop up certified Tesla electricians who know how to install this NEMA outlet. All in all, I paid $585. Now, when you compare that to the $500 for just the wall connector that Tesla sells, you're going to be then paying for someone to install that device, the Tesla wall connector. So there's a few other upfront costs like accessories, and if you're unaware, things like winter tires. So if you do live in a climate that gets some type of inclement weather in the winter, I will tell you right now, for my Model 3, I have the 19-inch rims, so I need different wheels. It was around $700, again, upfront cost, an extra charge during my first winter that we just had. So that's another cost. Again, the accessories, those are definitely recommended because they protect your car. That's more of an investment, if you will. But those are some of the charging and some of the maintenance, if you will, cost of purchasing tires to keep your car safe on the road. Now, I will say, now I have the rear wheel drive, and you can imagine, and again, this is up to you if you get different tires, but if you have an all-wheel drive car, like the long range or the performance Model 3 or Model Y, that's all-wheel drive, does better in the winter. So I wanted to give you some options if you did decide, and Tesla sells tires as well, how much those are. All in all, you can spend hundreds of dollars on accessories, and some of them, well, most of them are going to be a one-time purchase. From the floor mats, because your car, no matter what model you get, they don't come with floor mats, or at least high quality floor mats. They're really chintzy cheap carpet floor mats. Sorry, Tesla. But what you want to do is look on Amazon. Again, there's links in the description to the Amazon storefront. I chose the ones that are the highest rated that I think you might like. Also a screen protector. So that's a good idea. Obviously, much like you might do with your phone, you want to protect that screen in your Tesla. So can you afford a Tesla? Well, you know roundabout the monthly payment from the website. Now you know some of the upfront costs that are very common for Tesla owners. Well, what about the savings? Because the savings does factor in can you afford a Tesla? And what I would tell you is this: you're definitely going to save a substantial amount, at least in my mind, on gas versus charging. Now, if you are charging at home, I spent $56 in the past 31 days or a month of charging at my house. Now, how often do I charge? I charge maybe every 2 days. I don't drive extensively, but I do make some fairly long commutes driving back and forth doing errands. But I will say with my Model 3 rear wheel drive, which has the lowest amount of mileage, I'm charging the most often, unless you're obviously driving a lot every single day. The fact that I'm doing that, I spend $56. So that is the equivalent of over $200 in gas. So that comes to roughly a $150 savings every single month from charging your Tesla versus what you would spend based on the gas mileage in my area of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And you're charged based on the kilowatt per hour whenever you're charging at home. So obviously it can fluctuate based on what your electricity company charges. However, I save around $150. So I want you to know that, because as you see that monthly payment and you're kind of playing around with, well, how much do I want to put down? And when you're factoring in, can I afford a Tesla? You want to know you will save a decent amount every single month that should help you with whatever monthly payment you're looking at. Can I afford a Tesla? Now we're going to go over the final results. Let's factor in the savings to that rear wheel drive. Again, as an example, the $687 we're seeing online. You can subtract your gas savings from charging at home, which is around $150, and we'll get our final monthly payment. Of course, you have those upfront costs, but this is the ongoing payment that you'll be paying for years and years. So this is the final amount, and now it's up to you to decide, can I afford a Tesla? The last thing that I will say is, well, what about maintenance? How much does it actually cost to maintain your car? Well, actually, you're going to spend traditionally less on things like your brakes and other items because there's less parts in a Tesla. All in all, there's going to be a lot less repairs. Your brakes actually take it pretty easy when you're driving because of regenerative braking. It actually brakes a lot smoother, and you're less often applying the brakes because of the regenerative braking, which naturally slows down your car, which then goes back into the battery. So all in all, in the past, I would say 7 or 8 months, I have spent $45 altogether on maintenance, which on a new car is probably not surprising, but the only thing I had to do was replace or remove a nail that was in my tire for $45. Now, I have heard of other traditional ICE vehicles, internal combustion engine vehicles. You drive it off the lot, something goes wrong, and all of a sudden you're paying thousands of dollars. But with a Tesla, again, very, very rare that you're gonna have large mechanical bills. Again, you have an 8-year, 100,000 mile warranty. So it's a very reliable car, and maintenance is extremely low. So now that you know some of the upfront cost and some of the monthly cost, along with the savings, let me know. Do you still want a Tesla? Can you afford a Tesla? What is your final decision? Put them in the comments section below. The only way I know you like this content is to drop a like and consider subscribing for more Tesla videos. Again, this is Matt from Front to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.